Just hanging out. Seeing who pops in for a little chit chat. It's Sunday night. Got home a little bit ago. Everybody's asleep. I figured I'd see who's on and who's in tonight. Just me and Max hanging out right now. Aiden, hey, welcome in, buddy. How are you doing? How much more school you got until you're out? Do you get a break? Here in America, the kids get a summer break. Not much. I just got home from work. Well, I didn't just get home, but I've been home for like an hour, but just unwinding from work. You got a girlfriend. Good for you, buddy. Treat her right. Be kind. When I was 15, I'm almost 50 years old now. When I was 15, my wife was, at that time, my girlfriend's friend. And that's how I met my wife. You know, you can't expect things to last, but you just keep a friendship, especially when you start going out and dating and things like that. You're gonna date people that you're gonna find out or not. Don't ever date somebody just to be with them. You know, it's the bottom line. You don't date people just to have somebody, just to stop your loneliness or whatever. You know, it doesn't work out. When you find somebody that you truly want to spend the rest of your life with, you'll definitely know it. I tell you that. I was going to be a bachelor. Hello, John Shaw. Welcome in. Just chit-chatting. So yeah, and then 30 years later, I bump into her in life at a Target. And we're talking, and she was going through a divorce, and we started hanging out. But I remember she was in our little friend circle and everything, so we were friends, you know. So Aiden, you didn't answer my question. Do you guys get a break from school? John, yeah, I believe you should always jump. Later in life, you'll be regretting if you didn't. You know? Worst that's going to happen is she's going to say no. You know? And it's going to hurt. But guess what? You did it. You took that step, and you... Otherwise, you'll be sitting in your grave going, I should have asked her out on your deathbed when you're 99 years old. Going, I should ask that girl out. She was the girl of my dreams. You know? Hi, music. Welcome in. Fraggle Rocks. Fraggle Rocks. I watched that when I was a kid. That's funny. What's my dream job? I have it. I'm a cook in a country club, and I cook for a living. That's what I do. I love it. Hi, I'm him. Thank you. I love you too. No, Fraggle, we stay away from that, you know. Yeah, I'm trying to quit, Jerry. Thank you. Johnny Gems. When Johnny Gems, when you say you're getting into more into homemade stuff, you mean like preparing food at home? Is that what you mean? I'm smoking because I'm addicted to cigarettes. Him. Yeah, I could get shot or run over by a car, or there's a lot of ways to go. There's a lot of ways to go. Tater tots and fries, type of stuff. Awesome. Yeah, Frederick. Yeah, no, I'm trying to stop. I've stopped for years at a time. It's not easy. It's one of the hardest things to quit. Number one, because it's a legal drug, and it is a drug, and it's extremely addictive. And they put chemicals in the cigarettes that make it more addictive. And they try to start you off early. They try to get you young. You know, when I was a kid, when I was like in my teens, all the cigarettes had like cartoon guys on them and stuff like that that were cool. You know, it was almost like anime. You know, Joe Camel. Yeah, no, I will stop. I'll stop smoking. I got children, so I'm gonna. I want to be around for them to graduate college and stuff. You know. Most dope. No, I'm not single. I've been married for since 2010, 14 years now. Yeah, him. I guess I'll call you. I'm him. I'm him. Yeah, it's not an easy thing to do, man. Um, you got to give her time and give her. She's got to do it on her own terms. You know. One thing with cigarettes is they're a stress reliever. Um, and when you take that away, you have to find a different coping mechanism to deal with your stress. That's why a lot of people, when they quit smoking, are very um, short tempered, angry, you know, things like that. Think it's time to lock in and start gambling. That's this weekend coming up with the Kentucky Derby. I don't gamble a lot, but I'll put some money on some squares just to make it a little exciting, you know. Thank you, I'm him. I appreciate it. Hi, Bryce. Welcome in. We were just chit chatting about relationships, gambling, smoking. Guess that's what the topic. Whatever you guys want to talk about is fine, you know. Well, happy emotions. I got news for you. We're all gonna die, you know. Unfortunately. Yep, I know. I'm not in jail. Isaiah, good for you. Loud and proud. Hey, cowboy. I'm in. I'm him. I'm in South Florida. I'm in a rural area. I don't know if you just heard that donkey barking or braying. I don't know what they call it, but yeah, there's donkeys, horses, cows, all sorts of stuff out here. Yopa. It's a very interesting question, you know? I'm 48 years old. Him? What's the point of living it? You always have. Well, everybody is alive, but not everybody truly lives. And, you know, life is what you make it. And I'm going to tell you guys are all young. It's short. You guys are going to blink and you're going to be in your 20s. Then you're going to blink again and you're going to be in your 30s. And then you're going to blink again, you're going to be in your 40s. And then you're going to be going, ooh, what did I do with my life? Looking back, oh, I should have done this, you know? Santosh, I don't understand a word of what you just said. DXR, you're depressed. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I have super duper gay lips. Okay. I didn't know that you could judge how gay lips were, you know. Unless they're doing the duck face, maybe. Yeah, everybody's got their own opinion on what's going to happen when you leave this world. But either way, you're only here for a short time, so enjoy it while you got it, man. Nothing's guaranteed, that's for sure. Ring on the finger, so go away. Don't know what you mean. Unless you're talking about my ring. Happy emotion, are you talking about? Oh no, you're talking about if you want it, you should have put a ring on it. You talking about that? I'm streaming just to say hi, just to see if any of my who's up, just to hang out. I do YouTube for fun, just to meet new people. Met lots of interesting people. Some of my favorite YouTubers, Miss Tara Helms, the historian, lives in Washington. Goodbye, happy emotions. Thank you for stopping by. Tropic of Neptune. Excellent question. I love films. There's a lot of great ones. I'm going to have to say The Shawshank Redemption is one of my favorites because even when it's on TV, when I used to have TV, if it was on like the classic channel, I would stop what I was doing and just watch it wherever it was in the point. But hey, Britt, welcome in. Welcome in, Britt. Hang on a minute. There you go. Welcome in, Britt. I'm glad you, that's okay if you can't stay. That's fine. I understand. Everybody's got stuff to do. I just went live just to get on. Oh, Rodolfo. I don't like that. If you keep that up, Rodolfo, I'm going to have to ban you. I don't want to do that. Just getting into the fun. Britt, you do what you got to do, hon. Thanks. I love you too, Rodolfo. Pablo, no, I don't. I'm glad you did, Miss Britt, or Miss Yolanda. I'm happy you did. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Always. Whenever I see you on, I'll pop in. I don't have a lot of time, but when I do, my time is like this time of night, unfortunately, when the kids are in bed and my wife's asleep, and you know. Oh yeah, but I kind of like the trolls. I really do. Let me see what you just nabbed. Oh. Yeah, Tony, don't do that. How about that? Hell, I like, oh, Bankhead. Wow. I'm going to, just pretend that that didn't happen. My room smells like cat piss. That's funny. Ah, I hit the wrong goddamn button. God damn it. Bankhead. Remove. Um. Damn it. Miss Britt, I'm sorry I hit the wrong button and blocked you. You have an awesome night as well. Oh, I love to dance. Yeah. Rodolfo. I love to dance. I have lots of fun. I tear the rug up. Been known to do that. I get down. I love music. Music gets me going. Actually smells quite great here because I just got some Easter lilies. The florist at my work gave them to me. So it actually smells quite fragrant over here. Not like cat piss. You're talking about the Rudolpho. You're talking about the line dancing, you know. Uh, no. Salted. Hey, fish lips. How you doing, man? Welcome in. Good to see you, man. That's a cool video with the. It was funny because the only comment that I made on your video of cooking that fish was, man, I love that hear that sizzle, and everybody else commented, or the other person, or I don't know. I saw other similar comments that were going, "Ooh, that sizzle! Ooh, that sizzle!" That was great. Ned Flanders. Okay. Maybe in the looks, but not. Well, first off, he had more hair than me. For sure. Yeah, I guess with the mustache. Yeah, and the glasses now. Yeah, now that I think about it. Yeah, Ned Flanders. That's funny. It's totally the opposite of. I'm more of a homer than a personality-wise than a Flanders. Rodolfo. Oh, proud. Yeah. They're kids, salted. They're kids here. You know what I mean? It's it's a bunch of kids. Hey Tyler, thank you for subbing. Do we curse at others to destroy their mental health or destroy your mental health? I know what you mean. If you mean that, oh, hey, did you see that birthday cake that my brother's wife made? It was amazing. She it had a Jack Daniel's spout on the bottom of it. Oh, Max is going nuts. He's getting a box. Yeah, look at that, salted. She made a birthday cake for my buddy's 50th birthday yesterday, and the bottom half of it was a container with a tap on it that had Jack Daniels in it, and then she put the cake around the rest of it. Jesus, this is freaking. Look what he's doing. Shred it up. Shred it up. Shred it up. Get it. Get it. He loves to shred those boxes, man. I just throw him the empty boxes and then I just sweep them up. Oh, he's having fun with them. Anyways, sorry. Salted, deal with it like you would your page, man. I don't care. I can deal with. I don't care about if they get a little bit antsy. I don't care. But if they start getting really out of hand or mentioning drugs and stuff like that, then they gotta go. They just want to troll around a little bit. I don't give a fuck. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings. You know what I mean? But definitely anything that's gonna flag YouTube, by all means, hit it before I can. You know what I mean? Other than that, I don't give a fuck. Rodolfo, yeah, it's my little pity. He's a good boy. You ever shitting your cat's litter box? I haven't had to yet. I guess that's always an emergency place if you gotta go. Donald Hill, at the country club that I work at, most of our stuff is comfort food, and my favorite type of food to hit is to cook is either Caribbean or South American cuisines, Mexican, mostly Caribbean though, to be honest, Jamaican. I like the flavors of the Caribbean, the jerk seasonings and the things like that. That's what I love to do most. A lot of this stuff I can't really cook at home because it's spicy, and my kids won't eat it. Oh, Tyler, please tell us, what I like to cook up. I'm curious to see what the for wet or dry cat food. Are you saying that I look like a cat with my whiskers? I live in South Florida, Rodolfo. Oh, Louisiana. Oh my God, yes. We did a trip. I get paid to go to on food ventures and stuff like that during the summer with my club, and we went to New Orleans. Oh my God, that was the most amazing. Um, that was a most amazing food that I've had. We had gumbo in every single place. We went to Mama's. We had muffalado sandwiches for lunch. We had, I mean, it was the most amazing. Hi, man. Like I said, Salted, there's a lot of kids in here. That's fine. They can hang out as long as you guys don't get inappropriate. I don't care. There are some things that will draw the line, which I'm gonna have to block you. But if you want to keep drawing that line, I mean, my lines are drawn. If you want to see how close you can get to it, that's your prerogative. But you know, Rodolfo in South Texas. What sounds vulgar? Gumbo? No, it is great. Actually, one of my other people I subscribe to is a lady. She's homeless up in Washington, but she was going down a train trip through California, and she actually did a really good video. Her name's Blue Butterflies. You can check her out. But she's talking about being semi-homeless with diabetes and stuff like that on her channel. But she's just north of you, Salted. But she did a train ride today. I guess she had to go to a funeral, which is unfortunate. But the guy was telling her, I said, hey, you know, sometimes these things in life happen where you gotta. It actually gives you the opportunity to travel a little bit. It might not be under the best circumstances. Max! All right, I gotta let him out. He hears something. What do you hear? Sit. Sit. I can't have him bark because my neighbors were complaining. Sorry, guys. All right, go. Oh, he definitely sees something. Look at him go. Don't bark. Good boy. Don't bark. Oh, he's trying to get over there. I don't know if it was a rabbit. These fucking rabbits go over and get him going. They tease him because they just like sit there. Really hard. Anyways, got him pacified for a little bit. Oh yeah, guess what, Salted? Now that we're on the downhill, I've only got a month of being open. This thing ain't getting trimmed no more. It's just gonna keep going and going and going until October of next year. May even get the little goatee going again. Because once I go, hey Solomon, welcome in, man. Yeah, brisket's great, you know. Sorry I missed your talk because I had to deal with Max, you know. Yeah, thanks, Salted. Yeah, Salted, you're doing the right thing, man. You got an idea what I'm thick-skinned. You know. You got a hold on it, man. I trust you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Well, I actually got a picture where I've actually waxed it and twisted it up, you know, one summer. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Hold on. I don't want my fucking neighbors to call the cops again. Max. Relax, buddy. Here. Sit. Come here. Sit. Good boy. He keeps me busy at night because I don't want him to wake these neighbors up because they're assholes. What? Oh. Sorry, gotta give him some water now. He got his little energy out, chasing after rabbit. Shh. Shh. There he goes. All right. Now Max has been satiated for a few minutes. Indomitable human. Why do you think that Trump is the way? I'm just curious. I'm very political, but not on this channel. I have lots of opinions, but... Thank you, Donald. I appreciate it. Just make shit, Darnell. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Just make shit up. That's what I did eventually. My neighbors. Yeah, Solomon. You know, they say that a lot of people look like their dogs, and they've actually got photos of that, which is actually pretty funny. You know. Hey, Alex. Welcome in. Kip. I've heard that before. Abominable. Yeah, I've heard that. Actually, at my work, I used to have a big golden van, like the uncle in that movie. And that's what they used to call me, the uncle. The one that was taking shots, trying to throw the footballs and stuff. Ooh, let's see. Yeah, thanks, Salted. Appreciate it. Alex Xavier, how you doing, man? Welcome in. Where are you at, Alex? Oh, no. Your icon, I could tell. Oh, yeah. Hi, Sophia. Welcome in. Hey, Phoenix, welcome in. We're having a fun little night. We got lots of trolls in here. Lots of young kids. You know. Max, no. And Max is being a pain. Max. I may have to go inside to the studio. Come on. There's something out there that he wants. All right, let's go inside. Come on, Max. Sorry, guys. Oh yeah, Phoenix. I had lots of trolls. They just settled down. Well, we got rid of most of them, but oh yeah. Come on, Max. Oh, he's something now. He's not even listening to me. Max. Max, come on. Max, come on. Good boy. Let's go. Yeah, usually he listens. I can call him back. I even called him back one time. He had a possum cornered in the corner of the yard. For him to not listen means he's really intent on getting something. Come on. Good boy. There he goes. Max, say hi to everybody. Say hi. Look over here. Say hi. Say hi. Sit. Yeah, he's all hyper. Yeah. Oh. Hold on. I'm on live, love. Hold on 1 minute, guys. Thank you. Thank you. That better, guys? Of course, I left the freaking charger out. Yeah, we're back. Jace, welcome in, man. I hope he's not gone by now. That's funny. Yeah. No, I hate Lifetime movies. Yeah, it does that sometimes. Wait, Solomon, in about another 2 months when you see it. Because I don't have to trim it anymore because we've only got 1 month left of being open, so I can get away with it. Yeah, I like Black Lion. I like Alex Xavier. Yeah, I enjoy. I go on him. I was on Cricket's live one night when they hit 5,000 views out of the blue, and it was just like that was the first time actually that um I was just up one night and saw him. So. Oh yeah, Phoenix. You haven't even seen that was the one that you got rid of was just a. Oh, that wasn't even as bad as they were getting. They were. No, it's fun for me. I enjoy it. I enjoy a little Jerry Springer action, Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. So, Draggy, I don't know you long enough, and I'm sorry. You stick around, maybe. Um, that's how it is. Oh, I don't like bullies. I'm a little guy. I had to deal with them my whole life. Yeah, you watch that movie Idiocracy. It's about how you get the genetics that your parents give you, you know, and if your parents are stupid, you're gonna be stupid, and it just goes on and on and on about how the stupid people we're breeding, and the next thing you know, the earth is run by complete idiots. It's a great, great movie. It's a comedy, but It's called Idiocracy, but it's one of my favorite movies because it's taking place in front of our very own eyes. We actually see it happening. Oh, and Indomitable. Yeah. No, it's a funny movie. Let me punch it in. I'll tell you who stars in it. Oh, actually, hang on. Let me grab my charger real quick because I'm low. I don't wanna fade out on you guys. Be right back. Damn, I feel like I'm leaving you guys more than I'm here. I'm sorry. It's the second time I've had to pause everything, but all right, let's get this up. I'm gonna look up that movie for you, Phoenix. Never heard of them. No, not at all. Not at all. This is an no, this is an independent. Everybody's free to have their own views. There's no party affiliations here whatsoever. Whatsoever. Everybody's free to speak their mind. Hi, welcome back, Phoenix. Hi, guys. Welcome in. No, I do. I am interested in politics, but like I said, I'm not gonna. This isn't a political platform. This is all about fun and having entertainment. Alex Xavier, I'm doing great. Thank you. Um, Salted. It's a little. I was about to say you summed it up. It's a little bit hard to describe, but it's still it's more complicated than that. Yeah. Coors Light gonna do a man right. That's funny. I lived in a town in South Carolina where at the bar you could order a Schlitz malt liquor or an Old English. I don't know if you guys remember those, but I mean, we're not gonna get political here. I'm gonna pull up that movie for Rising Phoenix because that's great. I'm gonna tell you who was the actual actors in it and stuff. Idiocracy. All right, it was a 2006 film. All right. There we go. Let's look at the cast. The cast was Luke Wilson, He's the main actor in it, you know. Um, Maya Rudolph, who's awesome. Both of these guys were great on Saturday Night Live. A whole bunch of other people. One of my favorite movies, you know. But it is a Phoenix. I implore you to watch. All right, I'm at 30%. It's going down. It's not going up. I hope we can stay up as long as everybody's. Yeah, yeah. And with the gerrymandering of the zones for um, gerrymandering for zones for the voting and stuff like that. They're taking, yeah, yeah. Electrolytes. It's got what plants crave. Mm. Maurice, thank you. Yeah. Basically, what he's referring to is what Chops is referring to is in the movie they decide that they're going to feed Gatorade to all the plants, and there's a crop failure worldwide. Plants aren't growing because they're not giving them water; they're giving them Gatorade because it's what plants crave, and it was just it was idiocracy. The movie was very well named, but yeah, it's one of my favorites. I'm happy for I forgot who mentioned that. Who asked me what one of my that's one of my favorite movies. That one and the like I said, the Shawshank Redemption is awesome. One of my best. I don't know if you guys know, but the Shawshank Redemption was written by Stephen King, who's one of my favorite horror novelists. You know, yeah. You want me to play the trailer for you? Is that what you're asking, Phoenix? You can Google it on YouTube. It's on there. It's like I said, it's 2006. It's like I said, Luke Wilson. It's a funny movie, but it's just basically based on basic science that if you're as smart as your parents are, you know, and unfortunately people don't believe in some people don't believe in evolution, but yeah, if you've got a I mean, we've proven it with breeding animals like dogs and stuff like that. You breed the fastest, and you can the hunting dogs. Like my dog was bred to hunt. He's got a lot of energy, and he's at any time he sees anything, that's where he's going. And if he's the best, those best dogs, they paired with the other the you know. Have I watched absolutely everything? Is that a show? I don't know. I haven't watched everything, but I'm 50 years old and I've seen a lot of shit. That's for sure. The movie, absolutely everything. No, 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 no. I'll Google it right now, though. Is that a good one as well? Absolutely everything. Okay. But the guy, I like the actor. The right off the bat. Oh wow, it's got a. I like most of that cast. I haven't seen that movie though. It's interesting. I haven't had time to watch movies in a freaking year. So, um, that is that the actor from Shaun of the Dead? Oops. Is that the Chop? Is that the guy from Shaun of the Dead, the British actor? Yeah, that's awesome, man. Having a good time tonight. Everybody's hanging out. I think it's because all the trolls that were here made it a little interesting when we started out, you know? I missed. Solomon stopped in. Solomon, are you still here, man? Listen, if you are here, I want to apologize because last night I was pretty freaking wasted when I got on your live with you. And I'm going to have to rewatch that whole live because I don't even remember those 2 hours of my life, to be honest with you. I just gone my buddy's 50th birthday party. And hey, Ireland, Hunter, welcome in. I'm a McGee. My descendants were from Ireland. Yeah, well, you know, I'm a likable guy, Xavier. Alex Xavier, thank you. No, but I'm happy. This is good. Hey, Miss Holmes. Yeah. Hunter, I'm drinking on being alive one more day, man. You know? How's that? That's a reason just to be happy, you know? You're having a good time, Phoenix? I'm glad you are. I have a good time on yours as well. I love watching it. You know, when you were going through your mom's CDs, I was like, every CD that you were pulling out, I knew the songs. I knew you know what I mean? Here for it. Okay, wonderful. Hunter, you're drinking Catabato. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Salted, yeah, I've had that issue when I was when I was a teenager. I was a real heavy alcoholic. Um, and yeah, that's how I would judge is by the emptiness of the bottle. When I woke up, I would just kind of like crack an eye and look and be like, "Oh shit, how hungover am I gonna be?" You know. Ms. Helms, I did not see any of the news today. I did not see. I didn't see it today. I'm sure I'll see it tomorrow when I get up and I put the news on. I'm a news junkie, as you know. So, hi, Blue Jay. Welcome in. Uh, I don't get political over here. I don't. Who did you ask me for? Trump or Biden? I don't know. I think they were both not great. All right, we're not getting political. Stop. Stop with the political questions, please. Well, welcome in, Blue Jay. What you got? Fireball is a recipe. Hang on. Fireball is a recipe for a hangover. You mean the shot drink, the wine at the gas station? Oh, that's called in my day that was called a hair of the dog that bit you. Yeah, Phoenix, I'm loving it. Ooh, get timed out. I want to see. I like to see. Yeah, I love it when they try to get me to say stuff that's I love it when they try to get me to say stuff that's like, it's like, hey, can you please wish a happy birthday to my friend? You know, it reminds me of the Bart Simpson shows when he would call up and have the bartender announce, I'm looking for a Richard Burns. Richard Burns. Has anybody seen Dick Burns? You know. Yeah, time them out. But if they get crazy, well, if they get really bad, you just block them. I don't. But other than that, I don't care if they're just having fun. Yeah, it's not actually whiskey. It's whiskey flavored. Essentially, it's whiskey flavored wine. Those little fireballs. So let me tell you something. Those flavored malt liquors are going to give you worse of a hangover. There was a old German guy in the place that I used to. Oh no, really stinky. That's immediately. Uh, Thank you, Phoenix. That's yeah. We don't get no, no, no. Thank you, Phoenix, for grabbing that. Yeah, no, that's a permanent deletion. Yeah, thank you. Um, no, both of you guys got it. That's funny. No, when they do stuff like that, just block them. They're just poking around, just trolling around and having fun, whatever. Doesn't bother me. Ain't nothing anybody's gonna say on here is gonna hurt my feelings. That's for damn sure. Did I have red hair? Hmm. I have dyed it red. Believe it or not, in my 20s, I had a full head of hair, but I had it long, and I actually had dreadlocks at one time. But it was I used to dye it with what the hell was the thing called? Manic Panic was the name of the dye, and they glowed in the black lights and stuff like that. So I've had red, yellow, blue. I've had every different color of hair you could think of. You know, blue jay. Oh, what did blue jay say? That wasn't too bad. No, come on. This is not a. This is not a bald spot. It's a solar power for a sex machine, and my wife appreciates it. No. Solar panel. Sorry, solar panel. You know, that's what we get. Yeah, I'm bald. Yeah, guys, I believe it or not, I'm aware that I'm a balding man. Yeah, you can time them out, but don't. That wasn't too bad, man. If they get racist or they do anything, mm, you know what I mean. The YouTube's gonna, other than hurting my feelings, don't worry about that, man. I'm pretty tough skin, you know. Yeah, well, time them out. Keep timing them out. If you want to. Hey, good night, Phoenix. Thank you for coming in. You know, I no. If like I said, you know, is what it is. You got to if you. I trust you guys. That's why you guys are the. That's why. That's why I put you guys as bonds. I trust you. You know. Mm. Don't delete things if you think that's just gonna hurt my feelings, though. Because that's I'm not. They're not gonna hurt my feelings. If that was the case, I wouldn't be on YouTube. You know what I mean? The first video I put up was like it got attacked by trolls, and it was we were flipping an egg, and the guy that I was filming, he broke the egg yolk. It was just it was a more of a blooper film than anything else, you know. Michael Jeter. Okay, here for it. That's what I'll do. Um, I'll look that up for you. Mich. Ah, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I don't wear the plaid or anything. What was he in? Airbud. He looks like he was in like a lot of Nickelodeon movies or something. You know? Yeah. No, he's rocking a stash like me and a forehead like me. That's for damn sure. Yeah. Oh, he was on Sister Act. Okay. Action Jackson. The last time I shaved my mustache, I got to trim it at work because I'm in front of the house. This is a violation of dress code right now because it's not supposed to go um, past my lip. But what I do is I just kind of do that. I say it's not past my lip, and they don't question it. But yeah, I've had it. I grow it as long as I can. I'm not gonna trim it anymore for the rest of the summer. So it's gonna be. Thank you here for it. Yeah, it's the end of the season. The club's about to close down. The club's about to close down. The rules are getting really lax, you know. Ro, do, fo. Run. Okay. Yeah, Action Jackson. Did you ever see the video when they had the guy says Bud Lights? People are saying that Bud Lights make you gay, and I've been drinking Bud Light my whole life, and I don't understand. And then he like takes a bottle and he like shoves it down his throat. That was a funny video. Donald, if I was a cop. You know the funny thing, yeah, I'm the exact opposite of a cop. I ran from cops when I was younger, but you know. I'm still standing better than I ever did. You're talking about Elton John song right there. Cheers to you, Jim DTX. Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. I love Elton John, man. One of my favorite singers. Hey, him. You're back. Awesome. I'm still standing. That was a good one. Now, Dookie Doggy. All right. There was actually a game called Don't Starve where you grew your facial hair and you could trim it and make pieces of clothing with and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys are into video games and stuff like that, but oh, Dookie, you're all right, man. As long as you don't get something, I'm gonna get banned from the, you know, something that YouTube doesn't appreciate. I don't give a fuck. You can bust my balls. I'm used to it. I work in a kitchen. We bust each other's balls so hard that yeah. Why are you late today? I'm sorry, your wife wouldn't let me leave. Your wife wouldn't let me leave, so I was kind of stuck. That's why I'm late. You know, kind of stuff like that. You know. If you get banned, you're crashing. I think my mods are done. It's just me, but I'm much looser than my mods. I'll tell you that. But it doesn't matter if you do. Wait, uh, Donald Quest, yes, yes. In the game, you can make hats with your beard trimmings, stuff like that. You guys would not believe this. I don't know, Jim DTX. You're not playing until GTA 6. Okay? I was on the actual original Nintendo and played GTA, the original one, for the first time. Back when it was just a top point of view, and you were a car driving through the streets and stuff like that. But it was GTA, but it was just nothing like it is today. That's for sure. But I'm him. You're cool, buddy. How's that? Sophie, you want to hear a joke, Sophie? Yeah, right. You know, I googled chef with a mustache on the AI, and they brought up something that was like, I don't know. but apparently they've got a lot of chef pictures with mustaches. So wait. I'm gonna go back. I don't want to skip your question. Sophie, my favorite joke. I've got a lot of jokes. I worked in a bar for a long time, and when you work in a bar, you're um generally you gotta tell jokes and stuff like that just to keep the mood happy. You know, there's a couple of I gotta think of them that are gonna be YouTube appropriate. But if you give me a minute, Sophie, I will. You guys give me a subject. What kind of joke do you want to hear about? And that will usually spark a remembrance of a joke, because usually it's something that somebody says. I've known and forgotten so many jokes, but sometimes when somebody says I'm not gonna do that salted because my Ford has been in the shop for a long time. That's actually a very touchy subject with me. Since November, my Ford truck has been down. I have an F-150. It's been in the shop. You trust that food with 100% coming from a man with a mustache. It's just you know, I'm actually growing the mustache to add a little bit over there. Maybe they can do a little transplant, and I could have a full head of hair if I go to the right place. No, look at it. Yeah, no, my buddy sent me a picture, and it was a big freaking brawny guy, and he's got a transmission, literally a transmission slapped to his back on a sling, and it says, "I don't usually carry a spare transmission unless I drive a Ford," and that was the whole reason that my car had been in the shop was because of that. So that's kind of funny. So. All right, wait a minute. Jesus, who was it? Somebody wanted a joke. So Sophie, right? Sophie, are you still here? Shave my eyebrows. I've got no freaking eyebrows to shave, man. Look at this. I don't have eyebrows. All my hair is here. Mmm. Salted. I love Rams too. I love Dodge, but I can't afford them, to be honest with you. I get secondhand cars and I fix them up myself. That's what I do. Mm. The funny thing is it's called a Dodge Ram. So what do you do when you're behind it? Do you dodge it or do you ram it? It's a Dodge Ram. I mean, that always blew me away is why you call it a Dodge Ram. What are you going to do? Mm. All right. Sophie, I got a joke for you now. Just thought of one. All right, three ducks. Three ducks walk into a bar and they sit down and they settle up to the bar. The bartender says, "Hey," the first duck, "Hey, how you doing? What's your name?" He says, "My name's Huey." He says, "Oh, hey Huey, how you doing?" Says, "Man, I had a great day. I was in and out of puddles all day long. Somebody fed me some apples, It was great. I had a great day. Looks at the second duck and says, "What's your name?" He says, "My name's," excuse me, "Dewey." He says, "Oh, Dewey, how was your day?" He says, "Man, it was great. Somebody fed me some bread today. I was in and out of puddles all day long. It was the best day ever." So he looks at the third duck and he says, "You must be Louie." He says, "No, my name's Puddles and I don't feel like talking." Hi. Yeah, Ned Flanders has already been there. But Ned Flanders has more hair than me, Mr. High. Did you like that, Sophie? Was that worth the wait? I get lots of things that remind me. I just being a bartender for 2 years, I know so many jokes. I learn them from other people and stuff. But I forget them. I'm almost 50 years old, you know. I've forgotten a lot of them. So. I don't know. Ned was kind of a dweeby little guy. I'm the opposite personality as Ned, but yeah, no, I could see the similarities. But like I said, he's got more hair than I do. Look at this little solar panel right there. Hey, thank you for spending your time in here, and thank you for putting your work in, man. Shit. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Well, no, actually, I got the day off tomorrow. That's why I'm up. Holy shit, I've been on it for an hour and 20 minutes. Holy shit. But thank you, Salted. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate everything. I'm 48. I'm not 58. I'm not 50 yet, Donald, but I'm right there. Might as well be, right? I've heard a lot, but I always love to hear. A lot of times, this is the interesting thing, is a lot of times people tell a joke and I've heard a different version of it, you know? Especially since I've been on YouTube where I'm talking to people from around the country, you know? Like the Solomon Project, he's a joker too and he knows a lot of jokes. And he'll start telling a joke and I'll start laughing because I already know the joke, but he's telling it in a different way. So it's very interesting. That's why I love YouTube so much. I love interacting with so many people from so many different places, you know. Where are you guys all from? Post where post where you guys are all from, you know? I'm curious because I know like I'm in South Florida, you know. You're in Philly. I made a Philly cheesesteak as a special in my Steven. And oh, England, Sophie, wonderful. Welcome in. I made a Philly cheesesteak, and one of the ladies from Philly was a waitress, and she just walked over and she just looked at my special and said, "That's not a Philly." I was like, okay. All right. Pablo, you're from Uranus. Oh, Pablo. Is it hot in Uranus? Do you have lots of transportation in Uranus? I'm not sure. I've never been there. I don't think I want to visit Uranus. Um, but, you know, Steven, the funny thing was is they use Cheese Whiz. Is that correct? They use Cheese Whiz on the Philly cheesesteaks, right? Yeah. Okay. So they use the Cheese Whiz, the spray. So I think that's why she didn't, because I think I used provolone cheese. Hmm. Well. Oh my goodness, guys. All right, give me a minute. I'm gonna go grab another drink and excuse myself for a minute. I'll be back. You guys entertain yourselves. How's that? Just give me a few minutes. I'll be right back, I promise. All right. Hmm. Glitch, I don't know why it's irritating you about mustaches. Glitch, you're still welcome here. Doesn't matter what religion you are. Very open to all. All religions are welcome here. All people. Everybody's welcome here. As long as you're respectful to everybody. If you're gonna be disrespectful, then you gotta go. That's it. Other than that, this is a welcoming place. Against my odds, you put your pants on. Good for you. Against all odds. Kenneth, you are correct. And you know what was very funny? My friend, we were all playing video games in our dorm one time. We all had different computers. I call it a dorm, but it was just a living facility where we all lived and worked. I didn't go to college, but we're just a bunch of, reject food workers. And someone was playing Star Wars, and he said, I need to save the game with my Wookiee. but how it sounded was, I need to shave my Wookie. And we were like, you need to shave your Wookie. So shaved Wookie was a whole other thing. Well, thank you, Aya. Welcome in. Welcome in. You guys are getting on some weird stuff. Kenneth, Wyatt Earp shot everybody and he had a mustache. Well, you know what? People shoot people whether they have mustaches or not, you know. That's just how life goes, you know. Thank you, Aya. Thank you for the positive inspirations. Hi, Christian. We could sneak the whole crew to the function behind that curtain. I'm not sure what you mean. Esper, but welcome in, Esper. Anyway, Sophie. Sophie, you want to hear another joke? Give me a topic and give me a topic and it'll probably jar a joke for you. You got to give me something to go off of, though, you know? Like if you were to say a duck, I would have remembered that joke, you know? I've got a million jokes up in here, but, you know. And you're going to be uneasy about the manner of silliness I came in with, but my intentions are only to lower expectations and begin from a place of underestimations. Okay. I don't know where you're going with that. Guess odds. Michael Arkfield. I'm going to look that up right now because I don't know who you're referring to. But I would like to see. My computer timed out. Sorry. Michael Jeter, yeah, I can see that totally because he's balding like I am, and he's got the big mustache. See, when us old guys get bald, we grow hair where we can, you know, just to prove, hey, look, at least I can grow hair. Oh, Roger, you're a weirdo. Thanks. All right, let me look at this guy. Michael Arkfield. Ackerfield. AC. All right, now for some reason it's not coming up on Wikipedia. Let's do it on Google. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's got the long hair. This is who Michael Eckerfield is for you guys. Yeah, I don't see myself in him. I guess maybe when I was younger, when I had the long hair, but you know. What do you get when you cross goat DNA with human DNA? Against my. All right. Okay. Sophia, he just against my odds just triggered a joke with me. All right, you know. All right. Old man sitting at the bar. He's hanging his head down low. He's obviously in a really bad mood, you know. And young guy walks into the bar and he says, "Hey, how you doing, old man?" Shit, I'm down to 15%. If this blacks out, guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Apparently, the cord came in. Anyways, the old man sitting at the bar and he's like, "Oh man, I'm feeling bad." The young guy says, "Well, why are you feeling bad, old man?" You know, he says, "Listen, I planted apple trees from here all the way down the road to the next town. Do they call me John the tree planter? No. I built on that same road that I built the apples so that everybody could eat. I built a fence to keep the cattle from coming into the road from here to the next town for miles. Do they call me John the fence builder? No. You screw one goat. That's what you're known for. My little brother told me that one against all odds. My little brother told me that one. Oh, yeah, I heard that mud. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's bad. But true. Bad, but true. Sophia, you like that one. I'm glad you like that one. If you guys give me another reference, I can probably pull another joke out of my skull. Mm. Some of them are not YouTube usable, but yeah. If you guys give me a subject, I can probably pull a joke up, you know. Hey LK, what's happening? Where you at, LK? I'm in South Florida, just chilling. We're trying to tell some jokes. My your uncle taught you how to boil eggs. That's very interesting. My father, I remember being 5 years old, and he taught me how to scramble eggs on the stove. My father was a cook. He was a mechanic by profession, but he had jobs in restaurants, and he grew up the family. Um, my grandfather was a butcher. He grew up in kitchens, um, but he taught me a lot of what I know. You know, but the basics. At least he taught me the basics when I walked into stuff. You know. Yeah, that's a little bit inappropriate, though. Come on, let's go with other. Cowboy, yeah. Stop lying. I look like a secret shopper from Walmart. That's an interesting topic that you brought up, though, because oh, when I went to the dentist last, yeah, these are all like fabricated teeth. I got periodontitis, which is I go to the dentist quite often. Unfortunately, it's never fun. But anyways, Rapture ready. Stop watching pornography. Oh, so I just somebody sent me a clip from Instagram today. Speaking of Rapture, which is a joke, but it was well, I don't think any of the younger guys are gonna get it, so I'm not actually not gonna say it. But yeah, it was funny. I look like a snitch. That's funny. How many organs you took today? I don't know. Your dad was offering, but I wasn't taking his organ, that's for sure. There once was a man named Crockett who stuck his thing in a socket, turned on the switch, and Crockett went off like a rocket. I like it. Because Mud, that reminds me of the man from Nantucket. You know that one, right, Mud? The there once was a man from. There it is, third reference tonight. Dixon, yes. Yeah, they this is the third time tonight I've been referenced as Flanders. Flanders has more hair than I do. And he's probably the opposite personality as me. You know. Oh, Jesus bless you. There once was a man from Nantucket whose thing was so long he could suck it. As he wiped off his chin, and he said with a grin, if my ear was a. Well, nah, I can't do that for YouTube. Sorry. That limerick will not get posted. I'm sorry, guys. I can't continue that one. There's no way that I can PG it. Mud, no, I do not know about the man from Peru. Yeah. I look like CIA. I do kind of look coppish. The mustache. The mustache makes me look coppish. The funny thing is, I'm usually on the other side of the fence when the shit goes down. Oh, thank you, Rose. I appreciate that. You know, It's good to know in my older years that someone's still willing to, you know, as Cheech and Chong said, let me clean off a spot for you to sit. I'm him. You've been here for a while. I'm him. I'm drinking Coors Light right now, just to just to uh just to relax. Marty Zhang. Hello. Oh my goodness. Come on, guys. This is not a dating. Come on. She wants to be tickled by the mustache, not the, come on. Relax. I am in South Florida, United States. United States, South Florida. We got people here from all over the place. We got some Australian viewers, England, Greece. One of my mods is from Greece. Uh, every corner there. Once was a man from Peru. I've never heard that one, but I love it, Mud. Hello, tree squirrel. Awesome. Yeah, Mud. That got me giggling. Northern Cali. Aaron. Come on. Really? Really? Come on now. You're gonna walk into my live and just start being mean. That's the Monopoly guy. That's the first reference tonight. Yeah. No, I'm gonna get that mustache. I'm gonna get that mustache. Dog. Yeah. Do you guys know that actually, but with facts, that somebody robbed a bank? It was a couple of guys. They robbed a bank and they played Monopoly with real money that they stolen from the bank. Um, that was actually something that happened, which is pretty cool. Can you imagine playing Monopoly with real money? And when you land on someone's freaking thing, you're like, son of a bitch, I gotta pay the actual money to, you know. I thought that was pretty cool. But they actually did. They had a vault. They robbed a bank, and that's what they did with. Sat around and played Monopoly with real money. Oh, I don't know what Aaron said. Oh. Ah, John, you're entitled. You guys are entitled to your opinion, you know. I do kill some cereal, that's for sure. I get in there, I get that cinnamon toast crunch, and yeah, I freaking kill it. Oh, trolls ain't gonna. My feelings don't get hurt. I grew up in working construction when I was very young, and yeah, in kitchens rest of my life. Yeah, you could bust my balls all you want, you know. I guarantee you, one on one in real life, It's kind of hard. I'm a little witty. I'm pretty witty. Maybe when haven't been drinking as much, but yeah, I'm witty. I get gee homie. Tree squirrel. You gave a leaf and a squirrel. Tree squirrel. Okay. That works. Now everybody's in and out. The trolls are in and out. Doesn't bother me one bit. I don't care. The ones that stick around, those are the ones that I listen to and talk to and care about, you know. Other than that, I'm here, I'm doing my content. I'm having a good time, man, you know. So if somebody give me a subject for another joke, I'm sure I could pull one out of my ass for you guys. All right, man. Have a great night. No, thanks for hanging around, man. Thanks for chilling with me. Just kind of hanging out. Yeah, sub in. Check out that cake that my sister-in-law made. That was fucking amazing. She made a keg. She made a cake that looked like a keg and had a tap in it, and half of it was freaking Jack Daniels that you literally could tap the thing and that was amazing. It was I mean, but she's one of those she's a world class cake makers. I mean, she's been on like Food Network and stuff like that. That's my sister in law. Um, but she made this cake for our friend's 50th birthday. That was my newest short that I just put up, but it was so cool. Half the cake was basically they had a thing of Jack Daniels and a tap, and then she made the cake around it. So it was one of the most amazing things. Oh, tree squirrel. Yeah, it was amazing, you know? Yeah, it was, you know? But she's been on like the Halloween Wars and stuff like that on the Food Network where they do the cake decorating things like that, you know. She does all that. She's a they I guess they do it like a subcontract. She's a subcontractor for Food Network, you know. So Mud, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I love humor. Yes. Yes, I do, Mr. Mud. I love to joke. I love to play. I love to make light of. I make it so much that even I can understand dark humor, and I enjoy dark humor as well. You know, I can make light of just about freaking anything. You know, but tree squirrel. Did you see the actual cake that I put that she made? Because that would be spicy chicken. Oh, Eric, spicy chicken enchiladas recipe. Um, yeah. This is the thing. When I'm doing all those shorts, those are what I use to feed the staff, and it's usually leftover stuff that's and I just assemble it to make a meal for everybody. Um, like the enchiladas were from they have a taco station. So they have all this taco flavored chicken. So I just grab it and make enchiladas with it, you know? Um, Somebody requested, they had a lot of rice left over. Tonight I did chicken and I did cheese sauce. Somebody asked for cheese sauce. And the guy that asked for it had the night off. So I did a cheesy, like a macaroni and cheese. Essentially, it was like a macaroni and cheese, but with rice instead of pasta. And then there was broccoli and chicken in it, you know? So that was what was for dinner tonight. I don't think I did a what's for dinner tonight. Yeah. And this is the thing that kicks me in the butt is I made this for somebody and he was off tonight. It's somebody that requested it. So I try to make requests. If some of the employees ask for something, I try to do it, you know. Little Rock, hello, welcome in. Are you here, Little Rock? I'll respond to your question if you're still here. I'm not sure. How many years did I go to school? I didn't go to school I dropped out of high school when I was 16 years old. And I moved out of my parents' house when I was 16 years old and made my own way. That's what I did. Started working in kitchens. I was a dishwasher when I was that age. But at that time, that was enough to rent an apartment, you know, or rent a room. Legally, you couldn't get an apartment. You know, you couldn't lease anything. I rented a room from somebody. Well, Mud, I've been homeless too, you know. What you call a bum, I don't know, but I wasn't a bum. A bum is somebody that doesn't do anything, but I was homeless and I was working in restaurants and stuff like that. The whole reason I started working in restaurants is because I got fed. I got 2, 3 meals a day, you know. That's why I started working in the food industry because I was hungry. And no matter what, you always left with a full belly, you know. You guys are gonna have to excuse me for 1 minute. Oh yeah, tree squirrel, yeah. And you know what? A messed up plate of spaghetti to a kid that's 16 years old is not have any money for food. That little plate of spaghetti is the world. The world. You're like, oh, I scarf those things down. Oh my God. Oh, there's an extra plate of spaghetti. I can remember that because that's my first thing. I remember my first meal that I had working in the restaurant when I was so hungry, and the cook just walked over and goes, "Hey, we got an extra spaghetti order. Do you want it? Otherwise, I'm gonna throw it away." I'm like, "Oh, I will eat it," and I just can remember just scarfing it down and being so thankful for it, you know. McDonk, you can't talk poor and have NATO. I don't have no clue what you're talking about. Sorry. I don't understand what you're. If you can elaborate a little bit. Oh, you guys are gonna have to excuse me for 1 minute. I'll be right back. I gotta refresh my beverage. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to refresh. You're gonna say that every day now, Scotty? Gotta refresh your beverage. Hey, I do cook pizza. Actually, we have a wood fire pizza oven where we do. You don't want to see my bad side. All right, Luke. Well, thank you, Scotty. Your edging streak is over. I don't understand what that means, Eddie Wick. Lucas, you just got to hang around to figure out WTF, I sound like a frog that vaped for 10 years. Yeah, I guess I do. That's funny. Asperger's. No. You don't want to see my bad side. Oh, because I'm wearing the green shirt? Is that a reference to the Hulk? I don't know what you mean. Oh, I can't even say that. People are mean. Oh, yeah, Scotty. People are. Well, thank you, Scotty. I will have an amazing day. Would I clean the shitters at Walmart for 70K a year? That's a good question, Cowboy. That's a lot of money for doing that type of work. Probably no, because the job that I have, I cook, and it's one of the things that I love to do. So I always come home happy. I always love what I'm doing. And if you love what you're doing for work, you're never in a bad mood. If I had to clean up people's poop, I don't think I'd be too happy every day, you know. Lucas, I love you, Brand. I love you too. Cool Tash, what's the channel? Oh, never mind. Nice beard. It's a mustache, not a beard. Hold on, I gotta go back and see what he said. Because he said it was. Well, that wasn't a compliment. Alright. Okay. Whatever. Petrorian. I look creepy. Yeah, I guess I do look a little creepy. Your mom doesn't think so. Print dry the bodies. Eddie Wick. The bodies are all lying on your mom's floor. They're all passed out from last night. Salvador is a Salvador Dali though is a wonderful artist. I'm so catching up. Creepy to hateful people. Gang gang. Look like a deprived skeleton. I am a skinny guy and I work a lot. I burn a lot of calories. Oh, Jesus. I hit a button. You'll eat a sandwich while cleaning that shit up. Okay, well, 70,000, 70K is a lot of, that's a lot of money. That's a life changer for a lot of people, you know? Maybe not Walter Eddy, maybe not Walter White. Save some for the rest of us. Wait a minute. Tree squirrel, yeah. Oh yeah. It's happy. Yeah. I'm interacting with people. I bet dude has tons of girls. Back in the day, yeah, I'm a married man now, you know. But yeah, I didn't have the mustache back then. I used to have a goatee. One of the favorite stories that I got is I was in a bar and one of the women that were leaving the bar was like, "You're such a nice young man. Why do you have such a long?" I used to have like a long goatee, and she said, "Why do you have that stuff on your face?" I said, "Oh, that's just to, just to tickle with." And she's like, "Do you wanna escort me to my car?" So, anyways, yeah, that was back in my single days, but yeah, I'm a married man now. Do get all the girls at the bingo hall. I am a social butterfly, and yeah, when I get into a retirement home, yeah, I'm gonna be the when I'm a widower. Yeah, I'll probably be throwing. Yeah, I'll probably be running scene down there. Definite Pelotron. Thank you. Well, you know. Yeah, no, that's true. When you when you hate somebody, you will find them creepy. That's right. I look like. Are you? Are you telling me that I look like the creation of God that's pure evil? Do alligators in my yard in Florida? There are alligators everywhere in Florida. In all the canals and everywhere. Yes. I think what you meant is he who is without sin, let them cast the first stone. I think that's what you meant. It's a quote from the Bible. And yeah. Who is KN? I want to know who KN is. KN. KN, I'm an atheist too. All religions are welcomed here. Whether you're Muslim, Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim, uh, Christian, I you're everybody's welcome here on my channel. There's no discrimination with religion whatsoever. It's untolerated to have discrimination. Frosty, you'll cuddle me? Thank you. I appreciate that. Pat's Pods, welcome in. I'm finally caught up to the chat. So I'm doing awesome this evening. Thank you. You weren't calling me evil? Okay. All right, that's good. I'm just saying that every religion's welcome in this. Every religion's welcome here. I don't. Everybody's. See, I don't know. I don't know what countries you guys are from or whatnot, but in America we have a freedom of religion, which is guaranteed by our Constitution, which um, that is a very important thing because I can have a different religion than you, and we have to respect one another with that, you know, because everybody in this world has a different religion. But the way that America works is you respect other people's religions, you know? You have the right to have your religion. You have the right to. There's a religion that worships the spaghetti god, you know? Good. That's your religion. Am I going to jump on in your crew and worship the spaghetti god? No, I'm not going to do that, but that's your right to do it, you know? Pods, it's, oh my goodness. It's 1 o'clock in the morning for me, you know? South Florida. I look like your buddy? All right. Awesome, JD boss. Hmm. Ohio. I've been to Columbus. That was a fun town to be in. I was in the college area in the downtown uh, flex. Yeah, Ohio's a fun town to be in, or a fun state to be in. At least Columbus was, you know. The rest of it was cornfields, from what I remember. But Pats. Yeah, I'm married. I'm a married man if you're talking to me. I don't know who you guys are talking to. Some of you guys are talking to one another. Oh, excuse me one moment. I am sorry about that, guys. My daughter got up. Now I gotta go check back on what you guys were commenting on because I don't know. All right. I'm gonna start with Prez. I'm in a relationship. Yes, I'm married. I look like I'm still in 70s. Oh, wrong button. I'm talking to you, sir. Sorry. Thought it was on your right hand. Everything's backwards when you're doing a live video. So everything's reversed. Yeah. This is my left hand. It probably to you guys looks like it looks like my right hand. So yeah, everything is kind of reverse video. One of my first lives, this is an interesting thing about that is one of my first lives, I wanted to just write down everybody's thing. And then when I wrote it down, it was all backwards. So I actually had to flip the paper over and trace it backwards so that people could read the message that I wanted to put out on my first live, which I no longer have posted. Nicholas, I muted myself just now. Yeah, no, I had to speak with my daughter. And did I ever prove that Dash had super speed? I have no clue where you're going with that. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know if Sophia's still here, if she wants to hear a joke. Pat's Pods. Any advice for a relationship? Pat's Pods. Yeah, I can give you like I've been married for 15 years, so I think that's a pretty stable. I give you advice on relationships. Are you dating? Are you just starting to look? Um, I'll give you a little bit of my past. I was pretty much a bachelor my entire life. I was a very single guy. I did not have many girlfriends. I had lots of friends. Um, I dated a lot. I dated a lot, but I didn't commit very much. Um, the people that I dated, it was more of an open lifestyle. Um, it was, I almost want to say, I want to say swinger, but not quite like that. But, you know, we had open relationships. I had friends that we were just hook up just to hook up, and there was no commitment or anything like that with it involved until I met my wife. When I met my wife, then then I get married. I've been married 15 years. I've been faithful to her since then, you know. But until then, I thought I was going to be a swinger my entire life, to be honest with you. But when you meet your person that's your soulmate, it's, well, I say soulmate, but when you'll find somebody that you're just like, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person, you know? And that's what happened with me, you know? Yeah, 15 years. Well, no, what, we're 2025? Yeah, it's 15 years. Yeah. Holy shit, it's 15 years. Yeah. And I wouldn't, I wouldn't have married, I wouldn't have married anybody else, you know? I, I was not, I was big time gonna be a big bachelor. I was gonna be a professional bachelor my entire life, you know? Popeyes. Person I'm talking to is the nicest person in the world. Thing is, she's 1 year older and going to college after the school year ends. Any advice on how, one, to ask her out, two, I don't know what LDR means. I'm going to tell you something right now, though. You gotta grab the bull. If this is somebody that you like, and it's a girl that you like, you gotta grab it. You're not gonna have another chance in life. You know, she's gonna go to college. She's gonna have. I'm not saying that it's gonna work out, but when you're, like I said earlier, when you're 99 years old, you're gonna be sitting on your bed, you know, and you're gonna say, I should have asked that girl out. I wish I would have asked her out. Then I would at least have known. No, you do it, man. Worst she's gonna say is no. The worst thing she's gonna say is, no, I don't want to date you. Okay, it's gonna suck. It's gonna hurt your feelings. Okay, well, guess what? All right, move on to the next. You know, hey, you'll find somebody eventually. You'll find somebody that you connect with. You might even, the girl of your dreams, she's going off to college, right? You might start dating her. Then all of a sudden, she's not the person you thought she was, you know? And you're saying, you know, me, I don't like her because of this or because of that. And then the next thing you know, I gotta read the chat. Sorry, guys. Um, you understand what I'm saying, though? I mean, people, because you like somebody, yeah. All right. I'll give you an example. I'm attracted to lots of different types of women, you know? doesn't mean I should have a relationship with them, you know? Um, that's just the fact. You don't know how these people are. You go to, you stay with them, move in with them. All of a sudden, they're not doing the soap the right way. They're not putting they're doing everything that blows your mind that you don't want to have to deal with. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. Let me know if that makes sense to you guys. Yes. All right. Nice place, Mike. Nice place in hell for me and you. All right. Hey, as long as there's beer, I'm good, buddy. You know. Pats, good luck. And like I said, man, I don't know for sure. Just being nice or likes me. Generally, if somebody's talking to you, then they don't. If somebody's talking to you, then they're. I'm not gonna say attracted to you, but they're not. You're not grossing them out, so to speak. So if somebody's having conversation with you and stuff like that, that's how everything starts, though. Start with the conversation. Go there. Go. You know, if you're older, when you get older, you say, "Hey, you want to go out for a drink after work?" In school, you say, "Hey, you want to go to the football game with me, or do you want to?" I'm trying to think. Hey, you want to come hang out and study or whatever? You know, it's just spending time with that person and getting to know them. That's where you're going to establish your roots with that person. You know, and if you guys click, you click, and that's great, and that's a wonderful thing. You know. I have not read most of this text, so. All right. Yes, passerby. Just let her know you think she's great, and yeah. But let me tell you something. If you don't make the move, you're gonna regret it later in life. You know. The only time I see her, I don't understand what that means. I'm sorry. Oh, my pleasure, man. I'm I'm a very vocal person. I love to talk. I love to share my advice. I love to teach, you know. Shit, if you can learn from my mistakes, good for you, man. More power to you, you know. Yeah, passerby, exactly. You miss every shot that you don't take. Exactly. Exactly. That's one thing I wish I would have done when I was younger, was had the confidence to be able to do it. When I got older in my 20s, that's when I didn't give a fuck what anybody thought. And let me tell you something. When you don't care what anybody thinks, it is such an enlightening. You're free when you really don't care what anybody thinks about what you're doing or what you're saying. It is such an enlightening thing, and then you do your own thing, and you be you, and because we're all kind of trained to, oh, I don't want to do this because it's gonna, you know, yeah. That's a saddest thing I have. One of my daughters is very, very shy right now, and She used to be very outgoing, but she's in middle school now, and I think in middle school a lot of people are very judgmental, and it's a different time of life. But I saw her go through to where now she's kind of introverted a little bit. She's kind of scared to. I'm like, where is this? Where's my little girl that I used to know that was so happy? You know. Pat's Pods. No, I don't have. I have all girls. I have four girls. I have four children, and they're all girls. Hmm. Well, yes. My oldest daughter is 30 years old right now. My oldest stepdaughter. Let me rephrase that. My oldest stepdaughter is 30 years old. Um, my youngest stepdaughter is 18 years old. Um, and my children are uh, 14 and 11. So yeah, the older two moved out of the house. They've got their own lives. Yeah, we're not going to debate religion here. Thank you, Pats. We're not going to debate religion here, but everybody's free to express their religion. I, it's, it's open. I accept it. I don't, you know, I know people. I've got friends that are Muslim. I got friends that are Jewish. I've even got my uncle's a Buddhist. You know, um, yeah, that's definitely just good vibes, you know. I'm here on YouTube just to hang out, just because I actually got started on YouTube because I would get home. I'm a very social person, if you can't tell, you know, and I I enjoy talking to people and interacting with people, and I would be working late at night. I would get home and I would have 2 hours to kill, and my wife and kids would be in bed, you know? So, hello, Jamie. Welcome in. What's my favorite place to eat out? How old are you, Pats? If you don't mind me asking, Pats. I'm just curious. I'm 48 years old. Oh, 17. Okay. So you wouldn't get the reference that I was going to say. But yeah. Patriot. Am I an American? Yes, I am. I am 100% American. Hmm. Pats, I was gonna say my favorite place to eat. I love to eat at the Y, you know. So I don't know if you get that. If you get that, let me know. It's a little. You're not religious, but if the Creator created all of, you're wasting His gift of evil to you. I well, you know what, Mike? You can say it's wasting, but your wasting is another person's pleasure. You know, some people like doing, I don't know. I'm a big advocate on whatever makes you happy in life, do it. If as long as it's not hurting anybody else, you know? Really is. That's what I was talking about. And a lot of people do waste their lives. I let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. The way that I see a lot of people wasting their lives. In their minds, they may not be. You know what I mean? They may be living their lives to their fullest. Maybe that's how they want to live their lives. Some people are self destructive and live that way. So for us to judge, it's not right. It's not right to judge other people. I don't care what you say, anybody. It's not right. You've not lived in those person's shoes. You don't know what experiences they've had, what hardships they've had to go through. You you can't assume that you know the best path for another person's life. The only person's life that you should be concerned with is your own. And that's it. And you respect everybody else. They want to go down another road. You want to take a right. They want to take a left. Hey, that's their prerogative. Maybe you'll meet around if the roads meet again. And that happens, man. You know? Mike, I didn't know what you apologized about. I'm sorry. I wasn't even reading the chat. I'm sorry, guys. My mods are gone, so I'm kind of, they're out for the night. Yeah. If you guys are talking about Christianity, yeah. If you guys are talking about Christianity, yeah, there's the free will thing. Believe it or not, I'm an atheist, but I've read the Bible completely through. I know I've read some of the Quran, which is very similar to the Bible in a lot of different ways, which is so weird to me because I don't have a religious affiliation, but the fact that two different religions can have such similar um, values, such similar values. Not all, not 100%, but their core values are very similar, and just to be at each other, it's so much hatred in between. It just blows my mind, you know. Blue butterflies, welcome in. Hey, blue butterflies. Oh my goodness. I just saw I just saw your video tonight with the train ride. I'm very sorry for your loss, wherever you had to go. I hope you're still on. I don't know if I did that right. I hope you're on, Blue. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad, hon. I know you're probably going through. I mean, especially if you gotta go. If you gotta go on a trip for that, you know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss. You didn't elaborate who it was, but it was somebody important, obviously. I'm sorry for that, love. I'm glad you're here. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good to see you. I'm just chatting. It's 2:30 a.m. my time. Oh, your cousin. I'm sorry, hon. It sucks. It really does. But I did enjoy your video with your train trip. I thought that was cool. And when you said you're talking about seals, I believe, well, I know in at least Los Angeles, stuff like that, they got seals all over the place. So, Blue, I don't know if you like when trolls come on, but I've been getting trolled all freaking. I've been dealing with them. And it's like Jerry Springer for me. I kind of enjoy it a little bit, but, you know, 15:35 Monday. Passerby, where are you at? Are you in Australia? Yeah, and those seals get a little bit crazy there. Thanks for coming, Blue. This is awesome. Had a lot of people come in. Oh, what did I miss from White Luke? Oh, White. You know what? I'm just going to yeah, you're done. I'm sorry. That's not acceptable here. Sorry. Yeah, no, yeah, I don't deal with any racist comments whatsoever. That's a automatic block from the channel. Automatic block. You have the Blue, I gave you moderator. If you see anything, I can deal with the trolls, the people poking fun or whatever. Call me bald or whatever. But anything racial or racist or anything that YouTube's not gonna, you know, sexual, anything like that, please feel free to delete for me and I would appreciate it. So, Rodolfo, I've got to get to know you a little bit. I'm sorry. Tonight's the first night that I met you, so I have to know you for a little bit. I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. Butterflies. Anything obscene, anything that I'm gonna get flagged from YouTube, you know. A lot of people like to make references to children in a bad way, and that's definitely a. Sometimes I don't see it because I'm talking. Did you already discuss the Trump vote? As I said, I don't talk about politics here, but you know, good try. Rodolfo, I'm sorry. Where are you in what state are you in, Rodolfo? I've got a really, really, really shitty memory. Number one. Hello. Elijah, you can talk about religion. Just respect everybody else and just remember that religion is an opinion. It's not a just as long as you can understand that, you know. Yeah, exactly, Pats. Everybody's got their own. I can guarantee you there's three different people here in this room right now that got three different religions. And you as long as we respect one another, we can discuss it. We can talk about it. Um that's fine. I love speaking religion. I really do. But some people aren't able to be able to talk about it without butterflies. We are in a drought right now. Um, a pretty bad drought, actually. Um, yeah, it hasn't rained here for quite a while. Um, I have to excuse myself for a minute. I'm gonna grab another beverage. I'll be right back. Give me 5 minutes. Blue, I'm sorry I've got to leave, but I have to. I'm sorry. I'm so happy that you came in. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm back. Let's see. I don't know what I missed. Pope Francis was supposed to have been people's. Yes, he actually is getting buried somewhere, which is completely unheard of. Well, not unheard of, but is out of the norm. You know. Yeah, I'm reading a lot about him that he was an abnormal pope. It was very interesting. Hey, Collis. You're like the third person to say I look like a serial killer. That's kind of funny. I didn't think I gave that vibe off, but you know. Blue, I've been accused of looking like a serial killer a few times tonight. You're saying I look like a serial killer. Maybe it's a mustache. Maybe it's my devilish smile. Who knows? Who knows? Well, you're right, because I do take somebody actually gets on my bad side. I do take it personally, and I do. Uh, okay, Eli, this is what I want to ask you because I've been asked about that a lot. Are you talking about Kip, the brother, on Napoleon Dynamite? Because I've also been referred to as the uncle, the one that was there, that was throwing the football in front of the van. You know, Kip. Yeah, you're like the third person to say that tonight as well. That's funny. What did he used to say? Like, you wouldn't understand, man. Oh shit. I gotta watch the thing. I gotta just do some impressions of Kip because this is coming up a lot. Yeah. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah. Are you leaving, Rodolfo? I'm just getting in. Come on. I'm just walking out. Well, have a good night, Rodolfo. It was good seeing you, man. I've got the most shittiest memory in the world, so I'm sorry. Oh, Blue, have I heard from Auntie and the rest? I no longer speak with them any longer. Um, there was kind of a falling out, I guess you could say. You know, uh, essentially they were modding my channel and were deleting people that they had issues with, but I didn't. And I had invited to my lives and stuff like that, people that were in the group, but and I was like, don't, if, yeah, vegan, well, yeah, it's sad, but they blocked me and okay, you don't want my support, you don't want my support. They basically, they blocked me, so I'm not gonna, you know, BLM. I'm very sorry that you're a pedo, you know? Yeah, I think you should stay away from children. Of course, you know? You know, these guys come in and, you know, there's whack jobs. You meet everybody from all sorts of lives, you know? Like this guy BLM, he's you know, he wants to. It's the most horrible thing. And in all honesty, if I ever met you in real life, I'd probably beat the shit out of you. Because anybody that thinks it's okay to touch children is I'm a father of four. You know, I'm a father of four. I've raised four children. I've raised six other children through my life, you know. Okay, time to go. Good night. Ah, he's gone. Yeah, when they get into that kind of territory, that's unacceptable here, you know. We're having adult conversations. Um, yeah, I banned him. That's unacceptable. That's correct. Um, we have adult conversations here, and you, I welcome if you're younger, that's fine. You can join the conversation as long as you, uh, like I told my daughter when she was 11, 12 years old, maybe. She said something to me, and I don't remember what the conversation was about, but basically my response to her was, listen, you're old enough to be treated as an adult. I think she was 14 years old. And I said, if you want to act like a child, I will treat you like a child. But if you act like an adult, I will treat you like an adult. And she did a wonderful job, you know. Jake, the map in the background. I got this. My neighbor passed away, and this was one of the things in the house that the son gave to me. And it is actually a really cool map. I'll show you, Jake. Yeah, you got a little bit closer. I thought this was really cool, and I grabbed it. And it's a map of, I'm not sure what the time period is. I've got a friend who's a historian. Miss. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Miss Tora Helms. She's a history major. I was trying to get her to look at it, but looking at it through the phone, it's kind of hard. But if you could see the United States, it's kind of, I don't know, it's all in Latin. I don't know, it's all in Latin, but it's really cool and I like it. So I grabbed it. But thank you. Thank you. You just made my freaking night. Along with several other people. Wow. You just fell off a 17-story building. Sorry. Hope you can respawn. Yeah. Yeah. Pat's, it was half of the United States is owned by Mexico, I believe, or Spain. Well, I guess it would be Spain back then. But it's called Mexico, you know. Oh, the dog's doing good. He's inside now. He's not barking at anybody or chasing anything. he's uh he's very blue. He's a chill. He's very relaxed. But if he sees some prey, he'll like jump. Like these stupid rabbits sit right outside of the fence, and they'll go, and they won't run away. They'll just sit there and they'll freeze and they'll think that they're safe, even with him barking at them. So it's the craziest thing. Yes, he loves the boxes. Yes. I always keep spare boxes just to get him into the house because he's escaped out of the fence so many times where I can take the box and just beat it up against the pop, pop, pop. And he'll come running in to go get the box, not knowing that I'm going to trap him back into the containment facility. But when he escapes, it's Blue. My neighbor has a rabbit farm, okay? And rabbits, if they get scared, they will literally have a heart attack and die. They'll just drop dead. And I'm like, he learned that my neighbor has a rabbit farm with 30 rabbits on it. And I did not want to have to buy my neighbor a whole bunch of new rabbits because my dog got out. Because he would go underneath the cages and, yeah, that was a little bit crazy. Geography. Are you a Devin? You're a geography person. I just caught that. No, but they brought the dire wolf back. That's funny. That's funny. You love geography, Devin. Okay. That's one of the funny things because it's not really science. It's kind of more of a history, Wait a minute. Hey, Brandon, I'm going to head to bed. Okay, Pats, it's been a pleasure with you. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. It's been fun. Glad you could join, Devin, what do you want? I don't understand. You brought something up. Okay. Oh yeah, good vibes. Do good vibes here. Laid back. Don't get offended by much at all. Wait. I gotta throw back. I'm sorry. I've been consuming a little bit of alcohol, so I'm a little bit low. Or I'm a little bit slow. Sorry. Oh, yes. I got you now. Now I understand what you mean. Blue. I'm sorry. Blue butterflies. Yes, I understand what you mean. Yes, he's still tearing up boxes. That's my main attraction, so to speak. Everybody loves watching him rip up those boxes. Breads, I go live whenever the hell I feel like it. I got no schedule. I don't have anything. I do this for fun. I do this when I'm bored. I do this when my kids are asleep and my wife's asleep. That's what I do. T1, are you American? Are you ICE? Are you trying to crack down? What's going on here? Am I getting interviewed for my citizenship that I'm not aware of? Yeah. Pat, subscribe. That's all I can tell you. I'm on. If you're on this time of night, I'm very seldom on at this time of night. Sunday, I don't have to work tomorrow, so Sunday night is my. But I generally work until 10 o'clock on Sundays nights, so I don't know what to tell you. Where you at, Pat? If you don't mind me asking. Well, thanks, Pat. You're Eastern Standard Time? So you're up late then, too. Call this, can I be your sugar daddy? No, but you can be my sugar mama. I'll take it. The Flies. Am I from Palm Beach? I was born in West Palm Beach. I work in Palm Beach, but I live outside in a rural community in southern Florida. How do electrons bounce through different levels? Okay. Mosque. Um, you used to live in West Palm Beach, Jake? That's funny. Now I grew up there my whole life. I've traveled throughout the United States, but this is this is my starting point, you know? What's my favorite animal? Max the dog. Max the dog, Staffordshire Terrier. He's a one of a kind. I may have a few koalas up here. I don't know. I didn't really wipe it too good, so there might be one or two koalas up in here. Who knows? All right, Pat. All right, hey, I'm gonna end the stream anyways, guys. Thank you everybody for coming in. I appreciate it big time. Um, thank you for showing up. I was just hanging out on my evening off. Didn't have to go to work tomorrow. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna stay up, talk with some peeps. So thank you for the conversation, guys. But yeah, the alcohol is starting to hit me, and yeah, I'm getting a little tired, and you guys have a great night. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining. You know, yeah, yeah, same ditty jokes. Ha ha ha. I got real jokes. If yeah. Anyways, all right. Thank you guys for joining. I'm tuning out, but I hope every one of you guys have a great night, man. You know, even the trollers, you guys have a good night, man. I don't wish any ill on anybody. So you know, have a good night, and shit. I'll see you next time I'm on. I don't know when I'm gonna be on. SpongeBob is a fry. First off, whoa. Now you stop me now. SpongeBob was a fry cook. He was the mascot of my first kitchen that we were in because he was a fry cook and we were all little fry cooks. So just wanted to pop that in. Either way, you guys have a good night. I'm ending alive. Otherwise, you guys are going to keep me up until freaking 2. Now it's already too late. But, anyways, have a good night. Thank you for joining.